Let's do this. What is shaking? Excuse me. Oh, man. Some stuff. I'm having a little snack here. Sorry about that. How are you doing, Zach? Nice to have you here. Tanner, how are you? Great to have you. Bubba Ayers, how are you? Stuart Deadman, what's up, man? Sorry, I was trying to have a little snack before. Princess Jamie's checking in. How are you? Looks like you've been doing some serious work to the Jeep. Hello, everybody. Hey, Murray. Zach, I'm doing good. Dallas, how are you? What's up, Joshua? Salvatore, how are you? Bubba, what's up? Bill Beckett, good evening. Far away again. Jamie, sometimes seems like you're more far away than you are close, but it's always good to have you in the chat. I appreciate you having you. I did have a good week. I hope you did too. Well, trying to see so Tarek, what a picture on there. Nicely done. It's so peaceful without that funky Kentucky Tech. Betcha he's referring to. Don't worry, he'll chime in probably. Sweet. Getting some progress. Chris, how are you? Nice to have you. I'm going to write your name down, Chris, because last time we had Don was in here and he's like, I don't see my guys here. And somebody showed up early. And then I don't know if everybody got credit for showing up. And I definitely want to give you guys some credit if you showed up to. Why don't I have a piece of paper out? Don't worry. I'm back. Is the lighting and stuff better tonight than normal or worse than normal? That's my question. All right, Chris. Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Tarek was picking on Kentucky Tech, but I actually talked to Kentucky Tech this week, and he was having an issue with a Freightliner, I believe. That was kind of interesting. I was hoping he'd actually show up so we could talk to it. Long time no hear. Yeah. Mr. Jones, how are you? Carlo Hosky. Oh my gosh, everybody's checking in. Nice to have you here too, Carlo. Daniel Robertson. That way, when Mr. Don gets on here, I can tell him exactly who was here good and early. You know what I mean? Nice to have you here. Broken Dave, how are you? How are the ladies all doing tonight? Phil, Bill Beckett, Tarek, Princess Jamie, Bubba, hey, Murray, and everyone else who I missed. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Hello, Dave. So it's good on the lighting. All right, cool. I don't know if it's better or not. I tried something a little different, darkened up the back, brought a little light to the front, and we'll see here. I don't know if it's, you tell me. I'm just trying to do stuff. Occupant, what's going on? Nice to have you here. Hello. Lincoln Heavy Equipment Tech or Caterpillar program, which offers the best education? I don't know, but I will tell you this. The Caterpillar programs, from what I've heard, are very, very good. But Lincoln Tech, where's Lincoln Tech out of, Salvatore? Just a question there. and we'll get back to you, okay? Because I do want to answer that question of the Caterpillar program, which I know some not super familiar. I would love to have somebody that went through the Caterpillar program on here at some point, but we'll see if we can make that happen. Might be able to. We'll try. Occupant. On the edge of too much. Okay. Let's tone her down a little bit then. Is that better, Bubba? How's that? Let me know. I'm just trying to work it out so it's, you know what I mean? The oil was coming out of the harness. That looked like fun. I typically give him crap, but it looked like a mess. It went on being. This was actually a different one. Maybe it was the same one. I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I talked to him the one day, Friday. I talked to him about. I think that picture was posted on Thursday, though. If I'm not mistaken. But this one was on Friday. It was about a dash coming in and out. And if he had some news on it, I would love to hear what he found. We kind of spitballed some ideas together, and I really do enjoy doing that when it's something unique like that, and not just hey, I got this code and it's should be this or that or what, you know what I mean. So it was one of those deals. So yeah, I don't know. I like giving them crap too. Occupant, did OSU win today? I don't know. Actually, to tell you the truth, I know Michigan won today. I'm not a super huge Michigan fan, especially considering, but I will let you know. For the sports fans out there today, Michigan State is beating Nebraska 13-10. Ohio State may have won today. 35-7, or they're winning 35-7 right now currently. So yeah, that's where we're at in Ohio, or Michigan won. I don't know, I can keep everybody up to date on the Big Ten stuff. Cat think big program is good from Stewart right there. Chris Rowland. And that was at 9:06. I'm getting you down here so that way when the man shows up, he can't be like, we'll be like, hey, you were late, dude. I don't tell you. Don. We'll give him some heck, boys. We'll give him some heck. Hey, Murray. In 1990, Lincoln Tech taught nothing about cat equipment. Gotcha. Broken Dave. Not sure how they follow the Indians and the Browns. Looks good. Good evening, Thomas. How are you? Great to have you. I had a great week. Joshua, congratulations on your first week at work at the hospital. That's phenomenal, dude. Very proud of you going out there and become a part of the workforce after graduation. Yes, how's the job going? Factory programs are usually better. Plus, the placement's very good. Yes, yeah. Generally speaking, that really is a good place to have it. Dave, I had a crazy day yesterday. Hello, Josh. Bill Beckett says, hey, Bill. The Heavy Wrench. Hello, Phil. It's a real nice hat you sent Josh. Thank you. Yes, he did a great job. I'm sorry I haven't had a chance to get back with you a little bit there, Steven. I watched Texas game. It was a wash. Okay. Stephen Doolittle. Steven. At this point, I don't care about the price of anything as long as I get the best education. That would be great, Phil, having someone talk about the Cat Think Big program. Yes, that would be great. That would be great. Lincoln Tech, then was close as in Aurora, Colorado. Okay, so you're close to Colorado. had a lunch of a lifetime. That's awesome, Mr. Joshua. Glad you're enjoying work yesterday. Hope all is well on YouTube. I got 3 or 4 students on tonight. You have 4 right now. 4, Don. 4 in total. We have a Chris, a Carlo, a Daniel, and a Chris. There's 2 Chris's that are on here. So, you have 4. Thank you. Appreciate it. And they definitely need some credit. Because they were on here at like 9:02, 9:03, 9:05, 9:06. Like, they're on here, Don. And, you know, that was a few minutes ago. Just saying. Oh, boy. I told him I'd give you some heck anyway. Hello, Stephen Doolittle. Joe S., good evening. How are you? Great to have you in the chat. I'm not sure if you've been here before. Joe S. Sounds familiar. Dave, absolutely. Wrench in the bolts. Hi, Josh. Zach, what are we talking about tonight? Let's talk about some. I found a website for some tools, and I'm going to have him on, I think. He said he might be able to come on. Not tonight, but we're going to work something out. I found a website. It's a Michigan guy. And it's a veteran-owned business, and I want to get him on here and let him promote himself rather than me promoting him. So I would like to work that out. So this week I'm going to try to call him, see if next week we can have a interview with somebody that sells tools. He's from Michigan though, so he is a Michigan company. So I would like to see what I can, work out with him, and maybe give him some exposure on here, because he does sell mostly tools for the heavy industry. Put it that way, okay? Seems like a great guy. I've talked to him a few times. I talked to his son, and I talked to him. Like I said, this guy's from Michigan. Is where his business is at. So I'm going to have him on hopefully soon. I'm trying to work out some details. Don't want to give too much away, but a little bit away. And then off camera, I want to ask him some things about some tools that I found that I'm kind of interested in, and get a little better description out of them about what they are. And there might be some stuff that we can bring on here and actually show you firsthand, and see what happens, because I may be purchasing some stuff from him. So we'll go from there. And that's what I definitely go from. Best drain pan. Anyone that's empty, Don. Anyone that's empty. Now, I like 5-gallon buckets, personally, if they fit. If not, I like a concrete mortar mixing tub. They slide. They're low profile. They hold quite a bit. Just small ones, like 2 foot by 30 inches, something like that, or 20 by 30 or something like that, whatever they are. The mortar mixing tubs, they work great. They're rolled on the edges, so you can slide them in, slide them underneath the machines. They work wonderful. And if the water's wet, or if it's wet underneath the machine, they slide through the mud pretty easy too. So that's what I like and prefer. Message to you. Hello, sir. What if I like the CAT program in the afternoon electrical program at Lincoln? What would be my best bet? Salvatore, I don't know, to tell you the truth. You're going to have to kind of make a decision, you know what I mean? And furthering your education is always good. I do like the way factory training does it as well, though. The biggest thing is when you go to the schools, right? Like, let's say you're going to Central Arizona College, Ferris State, Wyotech, your Lincoln programs, your we could go University of Northwestern Ohio, all those programs, right? You're going to get a core. You're looking for the core knowledge. You're not looking for the specific on how to torque a head on an ISX 15, right? Like you're not looking for that specific information. You want to know and learn that there is a torque procedure for most engines and how to find and say, you find that information, you torque the head in a certain procedure, and that's what makes it work, right? So, and that's what makes your head gasket seal, just for instance. Electrical, you want to know Ohm's law. It's going to be horrible to learn. I still get nightmares about E equals I times R, okay? Or V equals I times R, whatever you want to say. It don't matter. Ohm's law, right? But you have to know that stuff in order for other things to make sense. So you're going to go to college and you're going to be like, this is a big waste of my time, but it's not. It'll seem like that at first, in the first 5 years maybe, but later on down the road, you'll really appreciate the things you've learned. There's a lot of basic troubleshooting stuff that I went to school and I was like, man, this thing is like, yeah, okay, simple. You know, it's got 2 inputs, 4 outputs, and this and that. And if this is good, and this is bad, well, that means everything down here could be bad, and then this is the problem. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's all about the general knowledge. So I'm sorry about that little rant. I probably lost some people there. Stopped in a couple weeks ago. Okay, that's why I looked for. Let's talk about how Max Force is the best to park. Gross. Yeah, I've still got that Max Force sitting there. They haven't found me an engine for it yet. I don't know what's going on. Or 6.4 Pro. Jamie, jeez, I didn't know it could get any worse. Can I join? I haven't been on your live stream. You have been on my live stream quite a few times. It's been a little bit, but we were just on what, a month ago, maybe. Princess Jamie. In a while, Phil. What's going on, Code? Nothing. No. How much welding work do you do for work? I keep seeing welders out working on heavy equipment. Cracks on booms, bucket repairs seem to be the fixes I see.
Does he actually see me?
Yes, everybody sees you. Everybody sees you.
Hi.
Saying hi to everybody.
Hi. My name's Cody.
Okay. That's awesome.
And I don't know what I like. And I'm wearing pajamas because it's the night.
Yep. Because it's almost time for bed, isn't it? All right. He's asking a question. Bill Beckett's asking a question here. So before we lose all of our subscribers.
Hey,
what? We got to answer the questions, man. Are you ready to answer the question?
Yeah.
How much welding do you do for work? I keep seeing welders out working on heavy equipment. Cracks on booms, bucket repairs. Seems to be the fixes I see. Yes. We do quite a bit of work on your on welding, but it's not always consistent. It's hit or miss. It's small minor repairs most of the time, but it's not always big jobs like that. Generally, Cody lingering somewhere in the background tonight. Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, if it is something like that, yeah, weld it up. There's a lot of guys that specialize in line boring, actually. That's a huge market in the industry. Line boring is huge. People wear out pins and bushings, and line boring is only a cause of abuse and lack of grease and lack of knowing when to change that bushing. That's really what it is. I mean, sometimes stuff happens, but for the most part, it's stuff that's let by. Holy cow. Nick Hildebrittle, we got all sorts of catching up to do now. Tarek, I recently bought a big pan from John Dow Industries. It has a handle. Nice sliding undercar. Oh, sweet. John Dow. I'll have to look into that. Looking at a lot of that stuff. Phil, I want to get a computer program, but just can't drop the dollars for Jaltist. What other programs are out there? Stuart, there's Jaltist and Texa, and that's really about it as far as legitimate places that are going to give you support. There are other options. I have not experienced any of them. I know other people have, and they can talk on that. There's some, Facebook groups out there that have other stuff that people say are great, and other people say that if you buy it from this guy, it's awesome. If you buy it from this guy, it's garbage. And if it's this and that, I don't know. I stayed out of all of it, and it's tough, Stuart. If you're looking, are you just looking at heavy construction and ag, or are you looking at construction, ag, and also commercial vehicle? That's my question, I guess, because when you do all three, Stuart, it is expensive for sure. Using mortar pan now. Yep. Good evening, y'all. How are you? Country Mile Garage. Hello, Bill and Occupant. Yeah, Bill, you need a welder. We use one a lot. Absolutely. Hello, Theo. Bill Beckett. We have welders in our shop. They're constantly welding pieces and parts back together. Very common in our cat heavy equipment. Yes, Joseph. Nice to have you in the chat again. Country Mile. Hey, Theo. Bubba. Thomas Tents. Cat has a Think Big program. Think Bigger program. Really? Think Bigger program. Think Big wasn't enough. I'm using a drain pan from a Northern Tool. It's on wheels. It's very nice. Yes, when you're on concrete, that is the ticket. But not very often I get on concrete. Ugh. Buckets. Yeah, buckets and cracks. And yeah, like if you had just a welder, Ohm's law is great and you will use it. But you don't use it until you Jamie, wouldn't you agree that there's a time frame between when you learn it and when you use it, and it's a gap, right? And then you're like, duh, I think I know, I gotta figure this out. And it is what it is. 4 nurses at the hospital. That is awesome. Formula sheet. Yeah. It makes it nice to get one. Thank you. And I appreciate that, Stephen. That is very nice of you. As always, you're a great dude. That definitely helps out. Learn and know. Way to go, Josh. VSWR formulas and FFT. Really? People doing tonight. What's up, Jeff Hurley? How are you? 5 years down the road, they'll figure out what I was laying on them. That's the truth. That is the truth. It's tough. If you learn electrical, hydraulics will be easy. If you learn hydraulics, electrical will be easy. Bubba Ayers, there you go. If you tell me that a diode and a check valve are the same, we're on the same page. It's really what it is, Occupant, how are you? Hello, Princess Jamie. Hey, Theo. Good evening, Mr. Darian. How are you? Nice to have you here. What's up, Kentucky Tech? Hey, how did your dash go? Tell me about it. I already preluded into it. No, we might have to talk about it. I'm sorry. Did you get anywhere on it? Sorry to call you out like that. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Little Wrench. Hey, good evening, Little Wrench. Tools and Metals. What's up, dude? 211 is a good versatile welder. Yes, absolutely. 100%. 100%. Gilman's Garage saying hi to Cody. Tucky Tick, what's up? Hello, Cody. How are you? Hi, Cody. Have a good night. Have your friend Shallow. Yeah, some days he just kind of pops down and it's pretty funny. Hey, Darian Occupant. Everybody saying hi, hi, hi. Right here. Walter Frederick. Welding also used for a broken off bolt except yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Stuart Deadman, construction and commercial. Okay, so you're that's the worst part is you're gonna get ag with it, Stuart, because you can't just I don't think you can just get the construction because Jaltis goes off highway and commercial vehicle. And you'll have to buy both, and that's pretty much together. Are you mostly working on a certain brand or is it all brands? Because that's gonna also kind of point you in the right direction. You know, if you're in a Komatsu area, heavy Komatsu area, Cummins Insight would be the best for you, you know, to a certain extent, because that's the engine you're going to be talking to. And on truck side, you'll have that, you know, and then really if you went with the two right there, and then you had your, I don't know, it's tough. It's tough, Stuart. But I will say this: I am happy that I bought Jaltis through Diesel Laptops. Want to see Walter to say Pakistani truck? Absolutely. Pakistani truck is like crazy. Chris Knaus. Did I say that right? That needs in the well to makeshift tools, pulleys, bushings. Yes, absolutely. For sure. The key is to learn to use it first. Absolutely. The heavy wrench snap back though. Absolutely. Oh, my dad is doing well. Haven't had him on in a while. I really do need to start making some better videos, some more videos, you know. It's just one of those things. Let's press the like button. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. SS Repair Services. Thanks. What's up, all the heavy wrench friends? It's Brian Meadows on the work phone. Little regen on a POS pack car. Let's see here. We're getting down there. Princess Jamie. Yeah, training. Keep it fresh. Absolutely. Absolutely. I always considering trading up. Why wouldn't you? I haven't even looked at that truck yet. Haven't had a chance to talk to him really even. Vehicle PNDM had spread pins on the fuse. Bent the fuse. Are you serious right now? You guys want to hear him talk about this and get the real story? If he's got time, I will have him on. He can tell us the full story on this. Because I was going a different route. And maybe we can explain our conversation a little bit better. What do you think? You want to do that, Kentucky Tech? You tell me. But good job figuring it out. Check out David Land on YouTube. Okay, will do. Oh, that was for Theo. Either way, I might check him out too. Jeff Early, wow, construction commercial. And that's going to get expensive. Yeah. It's the worst part. Well, for my day job, it's Cat Cummins John Deere. Okay. So you're Cat Cummins John Deere, them three. John Deere is going to cost you about $9,000 out the door. Cummins, I didn't look into it, but you start taking just John Deere and just Cat and Cummins, those three, you're going to be $21,000 by the time you're done. And I think you can get Jaltis a little cheaper than that. And it doesn't do everything, but it does a good job at all of it. It doesn't do a great job at everything, but it does a good job at all of it, if that makes sense to you. $2 holler from Maxwell. Got rest of keg from a birthday party. No light. Good Saturday. When was your birthday, XFL? Question on that. Thank you for the $2 holler. My wife's birthday was Thursday. Old time welder, how are you? That's right. Set the boy straight. I skipped right over it. Is that better? Does that make you happy? Do you sell the merchandise you had made for certain people? It's for sale on the website, Steven. TheHeavyWrench.com. I believe it's still up and going. I haven't really paid attention much to it lately. But all of it is still there and it should be still going. So let me know if you it's theheavywrench.com is where the merch is at. And I believe it's still all up and going. I have to check into that. But when I did send all that stuff to Joshua, I ordered merch from my own store and sent it out so that way the shipping could get done easier and go from there. So 32, 20 likes, 1. Thank you. It don't matter. XFL, I don't. If you want to hit the thumbs down, hit the thumbs down. It's all good. The whole family. XFL, Bubba Ayers. Can I join? Joshua, I wish I could. We'll have you on one week. Selves riding. So yeah, thank you. Sounds good. The OW original wrench. Old time welder. Good evening. Tell him. You tell him. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a scary leap. But Stuart, I will tell you this. If you think there's enough work in your area, there will be more than enough work in your area. I wanted to without getting too crazy, I have a sheet of paper this big, right? Now it's nothing major, but I have from top to bottom a list of people that have called me, contacted me that are on the books to have work done. And we're talking about there's an engine swap, a head gasket, telehandler hoses, a hydraulic motor on a skid steer, a Lebeer crane that has a problem with swing. There's another telehandler, a wheel loader, a couple excavators here, a head gasket, bucket drift, a radiator, another head gasket, a no start, and some other a couple more leaks. That's just a list that I have right now going. It's crazy. It's insane. People think I'm nuts when I tell them I'm 2 weeks, a week after next, Stuart. And if you think it's there, bud. If you're, if your reputation precedes you a little bit, you'll be good to go. Sorry, I'm a little hungry. What about you? Do you have merchandise for sale or anything yet? Curious on that. Yes, I want to hear weird stories about repair. So, hey, dude. It's okay, Ag Tech. Thanks for coming. Chris Canos, do you know where to find Okay. Do you know where to find good hydro diagnostic info, like generic info to guide you in the right way? I have electric dialed It's a terminology that kills me. Adequate, but not great. The biggest thing is, Chris, I don't even know. Oh, gotcha. Ag Tech 45, you mess with the Can-Am stuff? 45, how are you doing? It wasn't my birthday. It was someone turned 80. Holy cow. I really hope you guys can hear me chewing. I'm trying to eat these potato chips quietly. Not working out so well. Oh, you guys will like this. I don't even remember now. It's been so long. I know it was somewhat of a cost. We'll put it that way. Have I broke even yet? Probably not. But is that okay? Absolutely. It's just fun. So like the worst part is I make like if you were to buy this hat, I'm gonna make like $5 off of it or $4 off of it or something like that. Not a crazy amount, you know what I mean? And that's just to keep the fees for the I don't even know if I'll make that off of it. It's kind of crazy. Absolutely. Oh, let's go over here right quick for 1 second. Let's see which one this is. This one here. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to do some stuff real quick here. Might get the real story. Tractor ride. The rooster didn't get to ride. Theo, you keep keeping the comments. Oh, Ag Tech. I heard that some guys around here, because of the wet weather, are going to start putting triples on their S series combines. Triples. What do you think about that? I like your channel. Yep, absolutely. Good evening, Black Smoke. Sorry, I was trying to text you back. I don't know if I did. It's great to hear from you. Busy is not even to begin the word. There was some. What information was I looking for? I might have to get with somebody on a 3306 head gasket spec, head torque spec. If anybody has that. That's true. Oh. Multi-million-dollar. Absolutely, Expo. I'll get you in there. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Awesome though. Nope, we got Levi. Levi checking in. Sweet deal. Another Central Arizona College guy. Yeah, if you want the basics, John Deere will definitely. Oh man. All right, I'll stop. Hi, Levi. Welcome to the chat. No, it's not four-wheel drive. MT the Craftsman's Tools and Mowers. Hello, MLH. How are you? Great to have you on here. How's everything going? What is the key to keeping your health in check? Huh. I don't think there's anything really. It's crazy. Thank you. Already got it. Crazy. Did that send? Let me make sure that's sent, dude. Oh, of course. All right, let's get it. Let's get some of these questions done before it gets crazy here. Be ready for broken axles with triples. Diesel Tech 73, how you doing? I have it, 3306. Bingo. It's in an L9000, bud. How sweet is that? Guys put triples on, had some issues with wheel bolts breaking and had one damaged final drive. I will caution them when I see them. Are the tracks better? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Be right back. Not annoying like some folks. What? Okay. Who's eating now?
It's just dinner,
Oh, he's eating steak.
Not quite.
Hamburger steak?
No. Roast.
Well, we'll let you finish your dinner and we'll just watch. Because I'm eating chips right now. Why are we eating right now? I don't even know. It's your dinner time though, isn't it? Because you're at like 8:45. Probably worked all day.
And all that. Give him a bottle, His dinner comes first.
Yeah. Like triple tires. Exactly, XFL. Like we're talking, instead of having duals on one side of the combine, they're going to add a third one. So it'll be 6 tires, because the other day in one day, we got 5 inches of rain. And then it rained for 2 to 3 more days in a row. It was crazy. Let's see here.
We need to normalize eating during live streams. Like, this is the real stuff people want to know.
What's that?
Like what we're having for dinner. Yeah, exactly.
I had pulled pork.
I had that for lunch. So
I had a little party over here. Well, I had family over, right?
Yeah.
For my wife's birthday.
She's what, 27?
She is definitely 27. You can add or not to that number.
27 from here on out.
27. No, she's 37 from here on out. Never a day older. Never a day older. She's got to be older than you. I mean, at 27, she's got at 37, she's got to be older than you. So that's fine, right?
I mean, at 27, we're the same age. So
7 minus. I don't even want to do the math. I don't even want to do the math, but yeah. So the trick is to put a smaller size tire on it, so it's only on the ground when it needs to be. Less torque and everything that way. Well, I don't know if these guys are going to go for that. They
2 regular size and then 1 small.
Yeah, so it's like, so generally speaking, like they used to do that in a lot of tractors in our area just for duals because of that reason. So when you did start to sink, the second tire would give you some flotation and take you out. But I always like duals for traction versus the, like put them on the ground, baby. Let's get some traction because you need it. I don't know. So logo also. So triples is not dualies, but 3 tires on each side. Yes. Yep. I've seen quads before on a tractor, and it was nutty. But they were quads, but they were skinnier tires. I think you had the same surface area as the wide floaters. But
so it's sort of like a sprayer tire on there.
It was a small, it was a little, well, not quite, a little bit bigger than that. But
I got it.
We're talking like 18.4s, something like 18, 20 inches wide tires versus the 24-inch tires that they put on them now, or whatever you want to call them.
I got you.
Vortex optics.
Mm-hmm.
Why has everybody got a comment on your shirt, man? Nobody knows nothing. It's crazy. Speaking of optics, so on my birthday, my wife took me to a place to check for these. And you know what they told me? Sir, it's time. Sir, it's time. I'm like, what? And the sign's like whatever, 20 feet away or 15 feet away. And the uptime, is this better or is this better? Is this better or this better? This, pick this one or this one. And I'm picking whatever. I'm like, man, that looks really clear, And I'm like, and she's like, yeah, this is your prescription. I'm like, what? I ain't never had glasses. No. We don't need glasses. It's crazy. Well, you know what the worst part is? They actually help. You know what I mean? Like, that's the worst part. I just had all you can eat meat where I'm at. That would be nice. Oh, this guy. Crazy. Hey, Kentucky Tech. Saying hi. XFL. Triples means triple. Wet conditions plus torque. Bad news. Hate driving that monster down the road. Dude, I can't wait to see what's going to happen. I heard that's a rumor right now. It's a rumor in the community that this particular farm has ordered triples. And I was just trying to see if anybody else has ran that. And apparently Saskatchewan and other places have before. So I was curious of what that would say. Won't wider tires affect the turning radius? Not really. It's going to just put more pressure on the outer tire when they crank them around in a circle. But These combines, we're talking about 24 row heads more than likely. So when you're cutting 24 rows, you've got some extra swing that you can come around where it's not like turning on a dime, so I believe it was 24. No, they do not. Generally the quads go on tractors that have all the same size wheel all the way around, so they're articulated.
Okay, well, we got that out of the way.
Yeah, apparently. I didn't want to read it. I let you read it, and
Well.
Long swing time. Get just curious from the heavy wrench and Kentucky Tech. What's the part that's had the longest waiting time to get? Just curious from a geographic standpoint.
So my company is a large customer, so I jump to the front of the parts lines, but I have had to wait 9 weeks for a Cummins water pump.
Company I work for, we jump to the front of the line because we do. We are the bougie of the freaking customers, so we kind of skip ahead of all you slummers.
Yeah, we do.
I love it. So Kentucky Tech actually works for Taxi Cab Company. He works.
If they only had semis.
Actually, he works for the post office, everybody. Let's not beat around the bush. The mail must go through. That's why he jumps to the front of the list. Kentucky Tech is still feeding the horses on the Pony Express, getting things going every morning.
Hey, somebody's gonna shovel shit.
Now, mail down in Kentucky, see, once a year, they have a really fast mail service. It's when the Kentucky Derby comes to town, and they get some fast horses delivered on the Pony Express. So, man, I hate it that I just gave away where you worked.
It's
between
okay.
The Pony Express, the post office, and working on taxi cabs. I apologize for the large
as famous as I am, I'm surprised people haven't recognized me sooner.
Who wouldn't know you? I mean, there's 41 people right now staring at us like a couple of dingbats, right? I don't know. Like, I waited 2 weeks for some O-rings from John Deere, but like Kentucky Tech said, there is I obviously kind of understand the size and scope of what he's talking about when he says about his company. And that is true, as far as the dealer level is concerned, people that buy large quantities of your truck, you want to keep those trucks on the road, therefore they can make the payments, right? And they do cater to the bigger guys a little bit better.
Well, I mean, it's just like everything.
They're still limited.
First,
you're limited still. Like, there's dealers out there that can only order so many a day, right? And that's what they can do for these deaf headers and stuff. That's the biggest issue. Now, I read something on Facebook the other day. I know we're talking about the slum of I read something on, right? But it did bring up a valid point. Death has been on trucks for how long? Since what? 2014? 12?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Let's say 2014, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Now, these trucks that the deaf quality sensor is failing on, there's a lot of them trucks out there that are 2012, 14, let's say 2014s, right?
Mm-hmm.
That their deaf quality sensors are now failing, and so are the new ones. Is something going on with the deaf? Or is something going on with the sensor? Like, real? Right.
With International, one of my former coworkers went to work for International, and so I kind of got some inside knowledge. The heater control valve for the DEF tank would fail and pump 210-degree coolant through the DEF tank nonstop and burn up the headers. So a lot of the Cummins headers that
what now? It
the
would.
heater control valve that heats
Yep.
up the DF tank whenever it's cold, it would fail, and so you would have 200-degree coolant running through it like it was supposed to heat up
Yep.
all the time, and it would just raise the temperature in the tank until the headers burned up. You could walk up to a truck, lay your hand on the DEF tank, just look at it and say, "This is what you need." It's on national back order. Don't shut it off, or do whatever you want to do.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it was that hot?
Well, I mean, it'd be 200 degrees.
We did talk about pizza for an hour one time.
These insights into our lives, they can't be bought.
Do you want to bring out everybody and just make them like so angry? I want a pineapple and ham pizza. Okay, chat is going to go ballistic right now. And the worst part is, I'm going to let it go like that, but I'm not even serious. I don't even like it like that. I don't think pineapple does belong on a pizza. So now that the chat is full of gross, 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 Ryan Galletti is pretty awesome, dude. He just got in from there. Mad Mechanic, what's up? Finally cooling off here in Florida.
Be right back.
He'll be right back, he says. The only thing missing is the chain on them glasses. What? Welcome to the chat, Mad Mechanic. Computer Geek Fan. Have you seen the new Tundra? Any thoughts on it? I have not seen the new Tundra.
It's pretty freaking cool.
I feel same problem, Phil. Princess Jamie. XFL. Princess Jamie. I start to research topics. I find place on man. Oh my gosh, dude. We are like, I turned 50 in August, and now I use cheater glasses to see up close. And a waiting list is still available. Phil, there are many combines. Is there many combines on trucks?
On
tracks. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. How would they do in this? We just got 5 inches of rain, AgTech, and probably a total of 7 or 8, maybe 9 inches in a week. Last week, literally, the high ground is spongy. You know what I mean? Like, it's not good. Not good at all.
Saw a claw sitting on tracks.
If not, oh my gosh, you froze up. You froze up, and you were like, "Oh!" It was hilarious. I was like, "Is he dying? Need to give him a Heimlich?" I'm gonna start yelling through the phone, yelling through the computer to say, "Hey, give him the Heimlich." She comes up to you, licks your cheek, and she's like, "I like this Heine."
The good old Heimlich.
40. Why does everybody say it starts at 40? Starts in the 40s. In my opinion, big tracks do better, or giant wide tires like 900s or 1000s. See what? Yeah, misplace them. We need placards to identify people on this live stream. Fake taxi. Hi, I'm nice. Love the picture of your boy. Reminded me of Phil when he was young. Thanks. MLH posted a picture on Facebook and I think Instagram too of his boy just covered in mud. Standing there, arms up like this, like, yeah, loving it. It was phenomenal. My LASIK. So, yeah, LASIK. I'll wait till they get bad. Keeping that boy ears in line. Why does everybody want to know if he's keeping me in line?
Because he's the oversight committee.
He is the oversight committee. I'm 42, don't need glasses yet. We'll be 43 next year. Walter Frederick. There's no casting.
Do you remember those live streams? Did you ever see one of those?
What's that?
Princess Jamie was staying somewhere and they had a red couch.
No.
Like a red leather couch. Yeah. It was quite a topic of conversation.
I bet. I'm not going to lie. There's not going to be a casting couch. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
That's for your reverse OnlyFans, right?
Yeah, reverse OnlyFans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Inverted OnlyFans. Software is available. Yes, QLS.
Quick serve.
Yes. 18-week wait for Teflon. T800, yeah.
Oh, 18 weeks for a death header isn't bad. Like, dude.
You said that with a straight face. You just said that with a straight face.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I've literally yeah. I've literally had the international parts counter tell me, hey, I'll call you in 7 months whenever it comes in. Just flat out. Right now, it's so bad right now, they're trying to get EPA approval to upload software that would actually bypass the header. But
well, it would bypass the quality sensor, right?
Yeah.
Here's the problem. You bypass the quality sensor, people are going to be like, well, I don't have to worry about quality anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Fill it full of water, take a leak in a jug, put that in there too.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're injecting all sorts of stuff, right?
Oh, yeah. So, I'm not saying I like the idea. I'm just saying that's the point we're at.
Oh, I know. I'm not. I'm with you on that. What are your views on electric construction equipment vehicles and equipment of the future and its future?
I believe we had a really good talk about that at one point.
We did on Text Talking Shop one time. Yeah. Look up the video. But anyway, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the question. Just so you know, there's two guys sitting here on the chat who are informed in a lot of useless knowledge, and we're going to bring all of that together and give you some BS answer that's going to sound like it makes sense, but no, in all reality, electric construction equipment, I believe it's on its way. Okay. How is it going to be electric though? That's the real question. There already is some electric stuff out there that's not 100% electric, but the drives are. So We're taking a genset, running electric motors, become a little more fuel efficient because now we can run that 60 hertz and we're really running just a solid, any engine that you can maintain an RPM at, you're going to be able to really control the level of emissions at a super accurate rate. If you can control its load and its RPM and fuel consumption, you are going to be dialed in. Okay. And you can go to any, if you want to really take that into consideration, if you go to any drag strip in the whole United States of America, those guys are going to say, well, at this gear, we have to pull this much timing out because we don't need that. you're gonna hear them talk about power and fuel and consumption and timing and all the stuff that truly makes that engine perform at its peak performance to load. And that's what we're going to do with emissions on those types of engines. So I believe it's the future, but I don't know when we'll see it. I think we're going to see more of the generator / electric motor drives, but
Well,
they do have some that you plug in now. They have skid steers that are battery powered and mini excavators.
well, I believe gensets running and basically a giant alternator is like step one. And then I think eventually they'll work out the hydrogen recharging, and that's what I think will come at some point.
A water pump for a 410C, $2,700. I say keep it. Oh, I can't keep him in line. Look who he has in his live stream tonight. That's the old time Waller just said. Look who he has on his live stream tonight. Both quantity over quality. Old time welder, that's a good point.
Well, Exec forgot to invite us to go elk hunting, so
Yeah, whatever. Here we go. I think that was for something. Anchovies on pizza. Good. Oh, that was the pineapple.
Oh, so we're caught up to that point.
Pineapple and ham is fine, Xfel says.
See, that was how far behind are we?
This come from the faulty heater control valve. See my Instagram post a couple months ago. Bush fixed all and no parts. Did you see the crane that somebody just found a def header for? And it said "Do not drink," and it was those orange water jugs like that. You have the spigot on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
They had a def header mounted in the top of that, and they literally had that was their def tank because they couldn't get the proper header to fit in their tank. So they just stole a def header out of their other machine, stuck it in this 5-gallon bucket of like this sealed, and that's what they're using. And it says on the bottom, "Do not drink. Check level each day. Keep full of def." On this orange igloo freaking water thing. You know what I mean?
If it works, it works.
It's that desperate, right? If I had your address, I would send you a pineapple pizza. That's why I don't put my address on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could talk if it was
Do I
like
still Aaron Moore? Yes, I still have my service truck. Absolutely. Same one. I'll chip in. These guys are going to send us a pineapple pizza. The worst part is it's 10 o'clock at night. Ain't nobody delivering right now.
Nobody delivers where I live anyway.
This workforce that we have right now.
Hey, man, yeah. I know a guy who delivers for Domino's. He makes like $150, $170 a night just in tips.
Really?
Yeah. He has a 5-mile radius, and they pay him 50 cents a mile.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Haven't in a good while. Last pizza I had with fish was in Afghanistan when they decided tuna and broccoli was a viable topping.
I just ate dinner, and
I'm not hungry anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry. Traction is supposed to be good for wet conditions. In 2010, we had 47 inches of rain, so that year nothing helped.
It's a lot of rain.
That's a lot of rain. Could you imagine if it was snow? Because 1 inch of rain equals 1 foot of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 tenths of rain equals 1. So that'd be 47 feet of snow.
That's a lot.
If it was all snow.
Might have to put that in my back pocket. That's pretty good.
I'm just gonna battery is the solid. You can't see. Thanks, Brian. Snap on 101. Max Force motors suck.
If you look at any of my profile pictures, they are all
And
broken
Kentucky
rod.
Tech is frozen.
No, you're frozen.
Are we still there? Are you back?
Are you back?
I'm back. Were you gone by yourself?
No, you were frozen.
I was frozen. You were frozen.
You were frozen. I don't know who the hell was frozen.
We're not in Canada. It's not cold yet. But
Hey,
Max
man,
Force,
like
we said,
degrees
you know what
here.
the problem was? We said Max Force motors. And we finished this sentence here at the same time. And I think the computer thought we were going to go like put one in them to work it or something. And it was like, done. We're shutting you down. You are not allowed to run a gen set with a Max Force and run this computer. It literally shut the internet down. Literally.
We broke
said
the internet.
Max Force is such a bad engine, it shut the internet down. XFL is leading the national backwater. That's what I'm talking about. Legit EPA to fleet is available.
Not EPA approved yet, but don't bring it apart.
Yeah. Oh, that's what another guy was telling me. He ordered an engine for his he owns a landscape business. He had a engine blow up on his he had an engine blow up on his I kind of agree with that. I think they will be cool when they do come out, but Whacker has it. Yep, for sure. Komatsu and Deere have and Hitachi have started to come out with some stuff too. Not being shipped out. What was I talking about? I don't even know. I got lost in comments now.
Dude with the landscape business ordered an engine.
Oh, yeah, he ordered an engine. And they told him, this is like July-ish. He blew one of his lawnmowers up. Now we're talking a lawnmower engine, right? They said he could have one in October. He could get a short block. November, he could get a long block. December to January, he could get a complete engine.
Oh.
And he's like, well, what's the cost difference? Well, we could get you going in October, but we'd have to use all your old parts, and it would take us pretty much the labor is going to eat up the rest of doing the whole engine. He's like, I don't need to cut grass in October. Like I've been dealing with it I'm going to be dealing with it for months, like without it for months at that point. This was July, August, September, October. He's talking 3 months already that he's not going to have his mower. And in October, we're already grass is, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He's like, I might as well wait till January and you just put a whole complete one in. Order a complete one. It'll be in January. Harness the infinite power of life. Now you could. That's something. That's something I can stand behind.
Is
I
Xville the next
fine.
Elon Musk?
What's that?
Is Xville the next Elon Musk?
It
Did,
might be.
did we just witness the birth of a baby Elon?
We may have witnessed the birth of the greatest thing that's ever happened. I mean,
Where
and,
did you do the
and
research?
the best part of this, the best part about this is the way it was written, right? Is not for or anything of any party affiliation because it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So I like that because that I don't even think that could cause controversy.
Well, but my thing is there's already a blueprint out there for that. Monsters Inc.
Oh yeah. Dude, I'm telling you right now. Hey,
I'll take 1% of the business and I'll be happy.
Hey, this is between us right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go back and read some old Dr. Seuss books, and we're gonna watch Monster Inc. together and come up with some really good stuff. We're gonna change this world. Between Monsters Inc. and whatever else. Yep, we'll be good to go. I think electric construction equipment will be cheaper. Upfront cost. Definitely in the long run. I don't know if the upfront cost, Aaron. Welcome to the chat, by the way. I'm sorry I missed you earlier in there. I don't think the upfront cost is going to be cheaper. I don't believe that for a minute. Because the upfront cost, you're going to have a lot of copper.
Mm-hmm.
And that copper.
And not only that, but you're going to be paying for the R&D, all the testing, that spent that all gets rolled into the end consumer.
Oh, yeah.
So, maybe in 15 to 20 years.
If you think for a minute that research and development that goes on isn't paid for by you need to start selling that stuff. Was them some good drugs.
He got some of that good shit.
Yes, locomotives are diesels which produce electric drive forces. Absolutely. That's where I truly believe, because man, this live stream is going to get flagged for all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, and we haven't even talked about Cummins once.
We had the casting couch. We had you eating meat, and now I'm going to talk about this locomotive engine called the Hedgehog, made by Cummins.
At least it ain't a beaver.
An eager beaver wood chipper. A lot of parts. No replacement for displacement. I like miles per gallon. Absolutely. 908 Central. How far back are you? Let's see. This one was at 10:09. I'm only like 11 minutes behind. Definitely to keep cool in an igloo container. That's what it was. It was an igloo container. I think renewable synthetic fuels will be the rise in the future. Stations in 20 years will be energy station from electric, hydrogen, syngas, biodiesel, and propane. I still don't know. I don't know. Have a good one, MLH. You get food deliveries where you are? Must be nice. Haven't had a luxury. No, not really. No, the only food delivery I get, well, like tonight, I ordered the food for the family we had over. I ordered pulled pork, red skin potatoes, and baked beans, right? So I ordered them, paid for them over the phone. My sister-in-law picked them up, and brought them here. That's as good as delivery as we get, really.
Yeah.
Like, there is one place that will deliver pizza in town, but that's like you call up and you better be ready for a 3-hour wait for your pizza. Literally. There's Tarek. I will put that towards. I do have a guy that I've been talking to, Kentucky Tech. I will send you, and maybe I'll send Ag Tech a link to his website. He's a tool dealer, from Michigan,
Okay.
and him and his son are they sell tools. They sell specialty tools. Like let's say, here. Let me look this up real quick here. Engine tools, right? Let's say you wanted a counterbore cutter for an ISX 12, right? Let's say you needed one. Let's say you needed a counterbore cutter for a Detroit diesel 15 and 16 liter. $770.86.
Wow.
Right there. Boom. On his website, available. We're talking actual heavy duty parts. Cummins ISC, PACCAR PX9, Cummins ISL 9. Same difference, right? ISM cutter, 13 liter cutter, Detroit diesel 13 liter. Counterbore cutters, Volvo, Deutz. Like, this guy's got some really good tooling.
I really hope you. Well, my wife is going to hate that you send me that website, but I can't wait to see that website.
There's some really cool back probes, some really cool flex probes. This is so getting flagged. But he's got some really good stuff. He's also got like just a bunch of different stuff on here. Like he actually sells a DPF cleaner, assembly cleaner.
Is it an air puffer or? Because we had one of those and they didn't work.
This one's like in a 55-gallon drum, the way it kind of looks, and it's got a vacuum unit. I don't know how it really works. I'm not really sure, but it's made by K-Line.
I don't know which one we had, but we had like a $12,000 DPF cleaner, and it was,
this one's around 10.
Oh yeah, so
All the same.
Yeah, but it would just literally just send like a big puff of air down through it from the backside, try and blow it out, and I mean they'd plug back up so fast it wasn't funny.
Oh my God! Somebody screenshotted what my face was frozen like.
Instagram's gonna be lit tomorrow.
Oh my God! I'm a third-party observer according to the laws of physics. I want a job delivering pizza. Where do I sign up? That's more money than Phil pays me a month. How much is that?
I think he said he makes like $150 to $170 a night, just in tips. And then he makes like $30 from Domino's in an 8-hour shift. Hey. We don't talk about the nasty U word on here.
We don't. No. He doesn't have to go on strike. He should go to work. Oh, don't worry about that, Jamie. I appreciate him. But it is what it is. Just about that lawnmower. Pull her out in a Kawasaki.
You put Chevy 350 in it. That's what you, or 351 Windsor.
LS swap the world.
No.
We're gonna get we're gonna get that 1.3 liter little Percapillar, and we're gonna pee pump it, baby. Pee pump the world.
Your cousin does like graphic design and stuff, right?
What's that?
Your cousin does graphic design or whatever?
Brother-in-law. Yeah.
Brother-in-law? Yeah. We need shirts that say Pee Pump the World. Like that would go viral.
We could. Batteries and heat. Good luck down here. Super sticker. Thanks, XFL. I appreciate that.
That's awesome.
John Deere uses cow. And the dealer sold riding lawnmowers. Diesel locomotives have been around forever. Absolutely. True, but a lot of R&D is already done by auto manufacturers, for example, batteries and motors, but the R&D will still be there. Yes, Aaron, we did see a lot of that from the automotive transition to the heavy line, where Kentucky Tech works in the heavy line. I'm not calling them heavy, folks.
I am
He
heavy.
works on the heavy line. Okay. I work on heavy equipment. I am heavy. It's okay. But we did see that transition, and I got to see it firsthand because heavy equipment was the last. Ag and heavy equipment were the last to see it, right? So I watched a bunch of automotive guys go, I don't know what I'm doing, to a bunch of heavy truck guys going, what the? I don't know what I'm doing. And then a few years later, all of us heavy equipment guys were like, hey, bro, what is going on over here? We got this go-go juice that we put in this other little tank, and it's what is going? We got this filter now. What are we gonna do with this filter? Oh, you just clean that. Oh, you just send it out and clean that. No big deal. Yeah, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
Anything with just that filter sucks. Like, so we got to see that firsthand, and you're right. It is a progression. Generally, it does start out in automotive because that is the number one consumer of fuel on a, I guess, per capita of population.
Yeah.
That is number one, right? So if you want to cut the head off the snake, right, and try to get it knocked right down, there's two industries you go after first. Automotive, because everybody drives to work. Well, used to. Now, I don't know how that's going to work, but anyway, does not matter. Neither here nor there. But you control the people that are driving to work every day. And then the second thing is you cut down the emissions on the transportation of everything in this world. Okay. Once you get those two, and there's a lot of industry money. We'll put it that way, right? There's a lot more industry money in those two places than there is in ag and heavy equipment. Okay, now there is a lot of money in heavy equipment. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a freaking cheap place to live or be or own or whatever, right? But at the same time, there's so much more volume, and your data trials that you can do on automotive and heavy truck. Heavy truck's got to be one of the greatest places to throw something out there and get good data back, right? Because you got guys that run point A to point B on short local runs, and you got the guys that drive from East Coast to West Coast and back every week.
Well,
like that's what they do, right?
And then whenever you factor in like slip seats and stuff like that, you can literally run 50,000 miles in like a month and a half.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know how long it would take to get 50,000 miles on a Toyota Camry, but I'd imagine it takes significantly longer.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's one oil change on a diesel on a semi, 50,000.
Yes.
So just downtime for maintenance alone on gas.
Absolutely. Yeah. Vanguards, I haven't really heard anything too great on them. Send me the link. Will do. Yeah, get me one too, Kentucky Tech. Thanks, bud.
You drink cheap whiskey too?
I'll drink whatever you're pouring tonight. Just pour me one too. Def should be clean with ammonia. How much do I get not to post it on Instagram? Oh boy. That almost sounds like I don't know. Feels like more horsepower. We need to see more LS swaps and heavy equipment. I'm gonna LS swap an excavator.
No, that's what they're going to do. That's what's going to drive the alternator to power the electric motors. They're going to do a twin turbo LS. Spin that thing up to about $9,000 for 12 hours.
P pump the world. I'll help with that. Same. Country Maka. Dover's more responsive. Rocking a gas tractor motor. Yeah. Brakes now. Absolutely right. Propane everything. Oh my gosh, Jamie. Propane your diesel. Yeah, let's add propane to the diesel engine and make it go. I've actually seen or heard, I'll say I've heard of somebody actually hooking a propane like grill tank, 20 pounder, and just taking the hose, dumping it in the intake of the turbo, and crack her on, and she goes.
I used to work for a propane company, and the owner, that's how he treated all the gas trucks. The gasoline-powered trucks, they all had a line running to the intake, spraying propane.
Really?
Yeah. He had somebody go in there and adjust adjust back the fuel on the tune. So they ran cool. I mean, they were Chevy 350s, so they run forever anyway.
Yeah.
But all of them had 350, 400,000 on them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be harder. The reason I think it'll be harder is because of corrosion. You can't seal. I mean, alternators work very well for a long time, but alternators don't like water and salt. When you start putting electric motors out at the wheel ends on a semi in a rainstorm or in a snowstorm, I don't know how long it's going to last. Now, if you ran the electric motor in the place of a transmission, you could
Sort of
probably shield it. You could probably shield it.
No.
I mean, you know what I mean? So keep your drive line instead of having four wheel motors at the back. I'm saying having one big motor with your depth.
My thing is, I think there's going to be some weird stuff go on with electric semis. I think they'll come out and they're going to, because Tesla already has one with over 500,000, I think.
Yeah.
Nikola, I think they're supposed to debut theirs by the end of the year, the last time I looked. And Nikola is supposed to use the hydrogen recharging. My thing is going to be, if it gets to a point where they do put wheel motors on with batteries, it's going to turn into just swap the batteries, swap the wheel motors, and they're going to have trouble selling new stuff. And I think that's where it's all, they're going to try and figure that out so that their sales don't drop.
Well, that's going to be the toughest part, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got to figure out how to sell it. Princess Jamie is going to dual fuel hers with propane and gas. A lot of high-lows do that, and it works well. The toughest part is the toughest part is keeping it going. When it's cold outside, we always have a problem with our propane high-low freezing up when it's cold out. You just get it running. You gotta let that baby warm up before you start running it hard. Get coolant through that pressure. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The pressure reducing valve or the pressure reducer. But yeah, Kubota has dual fuel, propane, gas. They use diesel engines for it. Yeah, it's all in just, it don't matter. Put spark plugs in a hydrogen recharging.
Yep.
That's what we were talking about too, is trying to get it something you can still do, right?
Yeah. Well, right now the price of hydrogen is significantly lower than the price of diesel per gallon.
Well,
now, that's subject to change if they do roll out hydrogen recharging batteries.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that we all have to kind of you can agree or disagree, or people in the chat can too. I don't really care. Anything that you rely on is going to end up costing more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if this was your fuel source. That right now, you start making that your fuel source to actually ship and produce products, or it don't matter what it is, it's going to go up because as soon as they find out that you need it,
Yep.
supply and demand happens so dang fast. It's crazy. Yeah, the used market's strong right now, Jamie.
If you can find
the hotel managers don't. What?
I'm lost.
Hit the switch and turn on propane. That would be nice. Fortunately, there was a big tour bus hotel just back trying to mess from the coastline.
I feel like I missed something.
I feel like okay. After 30 minutes drive uphill, we're trying to farmer who let us wait in this case. Warnings were eventually lifted. We returned to the hotel. Demand, baby. Yeah. I probably saw through the aftershocks. I escaped the coastline. Enforcement. Tom Ella. That should keep it. Fucking what a dick.
Yeah. I was wondering why the hell I was lost.
What the? How are you doing? Jesus. X-File, you are. Oh my God. And then he's laughing the whole time I'm reading it, right? Like.
I like to start counting up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just be like 1, next person 2.
Oh yeah, that's such a pain in the butt. What's the heaviest thing I've picked up with my crane? A actual stump grinder. A 90 horsepower stump grinder. It was to the max. We'll put it that way. I've also stalled out my crane a few times, pulling some stumps out of the ground. Maybe.
Yeah. Your dad likes to send me pictures of that whenever you did that. He said, "Look, he actually works."
Oh my God, yeah, I know. The old John Deere tractors that had steering wheel going through the propane tank. It's an old, yeah. What's up, Works for Tools? How you doing? Eric, right? It's Eric. Yeah, it was definitely. So my crane will lift 8,000, and it was. He told me it weighed 6,000 pounds. I don't know.
It might have been $79.95.
It was close. Yeah. So you remember that day?
Yeah, I know. I may or may not have let you know.
I had a cab. I had a complete cab off. I was trying to swing it around and set it down, and it was above the machine, and it just the crane stopped. No oil flow. Crane's in the air, outriggers down. I'm like, what? So I call Mr. Kentucky Tech, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, dude, what do you think? I'm like, he's like, is the pump turning? I'm like, no, I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. Pull the pump off. The PTO unit wasn't turning. Well, maybe something broke inside the PTO unit. Pull the PTO unit off. Side of the transmission. Oh, checked out good. What about the solenoid that runs that? Oh, yeah. Let's run down and get one of those after we put the exhaust, the freaking PTO unit, the whole thing back together, right? I don't know. I was freaking out, having a, wasn't even thinking moment, and that's what happened.
Well, I mean, I always like to start by pulling off the biggest, heaviest, most pain in the ass things I can. Then, check the simple stuff.
Yeah, stump cutter rental's good money. Absolutely. Everybody's saying hi, 6K dry weight. Maybe what he was thinking. Absolutely. It was definitely not. Fixing stumps and roofs can be a lot of work to take care of. Absolutely. This brush, I had this wood chipper. Well, hey, let's talk about. I preluded to have you on just to talk about your dash problem. Now that we caught the comments, 1 hour and 42 minutes in, we caught the comments, and we're going to talk about Kentucky Tech stuff. And if you're still here, the 26 of you, I don't want to give away the website yet of the truck parts that I got yet, because I want him to see the influx of hits maybe from it, just to see.
I got you.
So, yeah, I need to talk to him this week. I'm going to call him. But anyway, your truck.
Okay, so 2014, 2015 Freightliner Cascadia ISX 15. The dash would randomly just fall to zero, come right back. Speedometer, tach, everything except for the fuel gauge.
But the engine never quit.
Engine never quit.
Okay.
While I was working on it. Supposedly the driver, it quit on him.
Okay.
I never saw it.
Let's take the driver out of the equation.
I never saw that. So I call my good buddy and dear friend, one Mr. Heavy Wrench, and he told me to hook up Cummins, drive the truck, see what happens. Yep. See if Cummins is reading the fall in data. And what I found out is whenever we were going down the road, Cummins would completely disconnect from the truck. I'd look over at the gauges and they'd fall. So the only time Cummins really does that is whenever you lose power to your ECM. You key off, whatever. So I pulled the fuse on those Freightliners. They have what's called a PowerNet distribution module. And there's, yeah. Sounds fancy. It's a little box this big with 7 fuses in it. Sounds fancy as hell, though.
Yeah.
But, so.
It's like Kentucky Tech. Sounds fancy.
Well, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit,
That's it. All right. So the power distribution box.
So there is
Seven
one
fuses.
30-amp fuse that sends 12 volts down one wire. It breaks off into 4 or 5 wires. There's like a splice in it in the OEM harness that
in
gives
the Freightliner harness going to
the
Cummins.
ECM.
Okay.
Yes. And those are all your powers for the entire ECM off one 30-amp fuse.
Okay.
Pulled the fuse, tweaked it, bent the prongs a little bit, put it back in there. It only did it one time. And we couldn't drive a mile without it doing it 2 or 3 times.
Okay.
So our ECM was completely losing all power coming in. New module on order. Be there Monday.
Module. So that fuse box is actually a module.
Yes, sort of.
But it's just a distribution box, though, right?
Yeah. Freightliner's got to make it sound important, or else they can't charge out the ass for it.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
there was I couldn't get in there enough to bend the tabs back inside the module to hold the fuse tight.
yeah.
But yeah, all of that caused by some spread pins holding the fuse.
Absolutely. Wobbly fuse.
Yep.
There is a ton of that stuff out there, XFL. I personally do not have any. And there's some people I personally know that do have it, and they say it works great. The problem I have with it is for the money that you spend on it, you're not really guaranteed any sort of support. And half the time, looking into it, and from what I've heard from other people, is you send them cash, they send you a laptop. I don't like to send people money. I don't mind giving somebody money and getting something for it, merchandise for it, but at the same time, I don't feel like that's a deal I really want to get into right now.
Yeah.
That's a lot of trust and a lot of money. If it's like $20, yeah, maybe we'll take a chance on it. Let's see here. Aaron Moore, which company do you think is most proud of their prices? Komatsu, Cat, Kobelco, John Deere, or Volvo?
John Deere and Cat.
Komatsu's pretty proud. Actually,
good shit though.
I don't know about Kobelco. Cat, Komatsu, Deere, Volvo. In this particular area, I don't think there's much of a price difference. To be honest with you, Kobelco, we don't see a lot of it here. There is some here, but that's it. Oh.
Congratulations.
It's pretty much all free. Maybe I'll throw just send me the link or send me the information, and I'll check it out. I'd love to check it out if it's free or something like that. I've got some. I use A++ service manuals for service manuals and stuff. It works out pretty good. Hey Joey, how are you?
What's up, buddy?
So So now, what were we talking about before your so your Cummins issue was so that helped you on the right path is watching the Cummins side of it
Yep.
fall out, and I was more leaning towards a pin fit issue because the engine never quit. I was thinking more pin fit in the controller that sends it up to the gauges for CAN bus, but that would make sense if the network went down from the engine.
Yep.
Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense other than you lost your. So I'm trying to think because I thought the Freightliner side told the engine side what the RPM, while the RPMs are given by the engine,
yes,
the Speedo side is given by the transmission, isn't it?
yes, but that also goes back through the engine side.
So it gets sent back to the engine side. The engine side sends it directly to the gauges.
Well, it sends
Or
it
to
up
the
through the body control,
module.
body controller, cab controller, one of them.
Yep.
Yeah,
So it does a circle.
pretty
Because the
much.
engine wants to know how fast it's going because of cruise control. And then that determines the data for cruise control. And then oil pressure, voltage, everything else is from the engine.
Yeah.
That's why I was getting hung up on the speedo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I kept getting hung up on the speedometer because I couldn't remember. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But either way, we won. It was sweet.
I mean, it was one of those things like when I have a way that I think, my brain works a certain way.
Speaking of
Service manuals.
Oh yes, always looking for service manuals if it's not broken. Absolutely, I got a bunch that I've downloaded, and if you'd like to get a hold of me on Instagram or however, I would love to do. I'd love to share some information with you if you want. I'm always willing to share some information, and sharing information is the best way to do it. And like I said, I value everybody on here for their information and what information they can get from me is a fair trade in my book all day long. And that's perfect. Let's see. Whew.
Damn.
That sucks. Yeah. Send us some links. Not on here though, because if you send links on this, when you put links up on here, it's tough because they think it's like some grow stream deal or something like that. I don't know what the hell they do, but it kind of bogs your channel down a little bit. So it is what it is. So yeah, hopefully I'll talk to that tool dealer next week, and we will get him on here, and we'll be able to talk about some tools that he has to offer for heavy equipment guys, for truck guys, for what we do, not just the automotive community. This guy, yeah. Oh, really? You can't time. They time out after a week or so. Really, I have paper books, all the electronic manuals. I can't download them. They will time out after a week or so. Seriously?
Man.
After infringement, have to be electric. Just don't want. Just know what capacity I need. I would say the biggest thing you got to look at, Aaron, is what you're pulling out of a machine. If you're working on excavators, I would say you need an 8,000 pound crane because you need to be out 20 foot and you need to pick up an engine that's 2,000 pounds. An 8,000-pound crane will do that. Anything less, you're going to be stretching it. You're going to be backing up as close as humanly possible to it and trying to swedge it out of there. The 10,000-pound cranes are even better. But an 8,000-pound, a 6,000-pound, you can get by with that. Yeah, is what it is. My name is Eric. Thanks for remembering. No problem. Your sticker's on my desk here in front of me. I was gonna have a Kentucky Tech sticker made because it'd be cool to have one, but someday.
I don't have any merch. I don't have a merch link in bio.
No, I do. It's not that great. Have a good one, AgTech 45. We will see you later. Stay safe up there. Be good. Night AgTech. Do it that way, or don't care to do it. Yeah. 600. I've been looking at that. 6,000. Yeah, that stinks, man. I've saved all mine to a hard drive, external hard drive that I keep separate from my laptop. So I'll download them, put them on my hard drive, and then from there I take my hard drive with me, and that's what I use. I have a terabyte hard drive, and that's what I have all my service manuals on. And I'm starting to collect them. I just had a Terex. Oh, you're gonna love this one. Terex skid steer.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a Terex crane. And I was going to ask you if you knew where the pivot bushing or the pivot bearing grease fitting was, but it's not a crane, so you don't have it.
This is a Terex skid steer made by ASV. Guy just buys it, right? Has a machine for 4 days, he says. 4 days. Bought a used machine. It's 1,100 hours on it. Clean looking machine. He bought it from a used dealership down the road. No big deal. Whatever.
Yeah.
It won't start. He's all upset. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. They said to call me. I will come out there and look at your machine. I'm not against that. Like, that's what I'm going for. I'm like, I'm gonna get out there. It won't crank, won't start, nothing. Just bought it. He's angry. Call the guys that sold it. And they're good people. They don't try to sell crappy stuff. And they sell used equipment, but at the same time they don't try to sell junk. They're pretty reputable in the area. So I call them, I'm like, hey, what's the deal? How I'm busy. Like, how soon? Like, I am busy. It's crazy. It's like he's like, well, I don't know. Do what you can, Well, this guy calls me at 3:00 in the afternoon. I tell him, hey, send me your serial number information, and I'll try to see if I can get a manual, and we'll go from there, right? He calls me up at 5:30 at night. Are you coming out today? What? You didn't just order a pizza, bub? Like, no, that's not happening. This guy pull a Tucky.
Which is somebody adding an unnecessary K to their name.
What's that?
What? You said, did this guy pull a Tucky? And I was like, did somebody add an unnecessary K to their name?
No, Country Mile Garage. So anyway, this guy calls me. He's like, well, and then a couple days goes by, right? I'm like, man, I got a job in your area. I might be able to swing by if I get the job done, but I'll have to let you know. So I go out there. I end up, then he calls me and texts me like daily. So I call the equipment dealer. I'm like, hey, what's going on, man, with this? He's like, well, he's just impatient. I said, well, I don't know what to do here. I said, I'm busy. My morning opened up. I have a short period of time right now that I can go out there and do it because I called the next customer on the list. I called the customer after that, and they are both tomorrow's, right? I'm like, okay, whatever. So I had a window, right? A short window because we're talking it was 10 o'clock in the morning. I just finished up one, was trying to get out to the next one, and they were like, nah, it's not going to work today. We're running it all day. Tomorrow will be better. Okay, cool. Well, I get out there. He meets me at the machine. I drive out there. It's a half hour, 45-minute drive. Back in the driveway next to the machine. Hop in it. Turn the key. Got nothing. He said he had somebody else out there. They checked all the safety switches. Okay, sounds good. Seat switch, lap bar switch, the whole deal, right? Cool. Whatever. I don't care who checked it. So I look up there and I see this constant hydraulics. Now, mind you, I sat in the machine, turned the key. So I flicked the parking brake switch, turned the key again. Nothing. Constant hydraulics. Click to the middle position. Boom! Fires right up. I wasn't even there a minute, dude. And I had it running. Then I hit the parking brake. I try to move. It moves for half a second, then stops. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? So I'm like, better just do a general check now that we have it running, right?
Yeah.
So I added 5 gallons of hydraulic oil to the tank to make it come back in the sight class to full. So it's 5 gallons low. And then I started checking the seat bar switch. Found one of the Deutsch pins was pulled right out of the side, like bare wires just sticking out, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I jumped that seat bar switch for the moment, fired it up, everything operated fine, replaced the pin. Next thing you know, I'm all set and I'm out of there. This guy was pissed. So I'm like, the guy that checked the safety switches probably was the guy that pulled the wire out the back of the safety switch.
More than likely.
More than likely. It was a Deutsch plug, and it didn't come out nicely. You know what I mean? I had to get it apart.
Yeah.
So more than likely, yeah, not so much. So yeah, and this guy was like, just so pushy. I finally told him, I'm like, dude, the only reason I'm out here is because the person you bought it from are good people. Flat out told him that. I'm not out here for you. I'm out here for them. I'm charging you, but I'm out here because you bought it from them. And he was like, like kind of put off by it. I'm like, I just told the guy that owns a dump truck that it'll be the week after next before I can work on it. He drives that dump truck every day. He's looking at almost 2 weeks of downtime before I can start on it. And I'm his fastest option at that point for a head gasket, right? I don't know what to tell you. I have lots to do. So I don't know. It's just one of those things. It was definitely, bothersome. But I charged them and went on my way. I wasn't angry. I wasn't disgruntled with them. Nothing, right? But I just couldn't believe it. Like, those are all things that operators should do. You should be able to check you bought a machine, you paid $27,000 for this machine. You should check the oil, and you should be able to read the operator's manual. You know what I mean?
I have a worse story that happened last week. I drove 45 minutes. Dude said he had an air leak on his trailer. couldn't tell where it was coming from. Drive 45 minutes to him. I get there. He releases his trailer brakes, no air pressure loss. And I'm like, you're good to go, bud. No leaks. He goes, but it happens whenever I step on my brake pedal. And I'm like, okay. Thinking I'm about to run 15 minutes back up the road and get a brake chamber.
Yeah.
No. He didn't have his blue glad hand fully seated. That's all it was. So whenever he stepped on the brakes, blowing air out of his blue glad hand. Fixed it. I fixed it on accident. Because after he let off the brakes, I was just like walking around and I was like, that looks weird. Clipped it in right. Went back up there, no air pressure leaks. None whatsoever. He wanted me to stick around and check everything else, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, because, I mean, and that's the worst part, like people, do you get a lot of people breathing out of your neck for construction equipment? Worse than you could ever imagine. Literally. It's, I mean, those machines, they rely on those machines to make them money, no different than a truck driver, trucking company relies on that truck going down the road to make them money. Period. End of the day, that's all it is. Every hour on that machine makes them X amount of dollars. Every hour they don't run that machine costs them X amount of dollars. So yes, that is 100%. They are. It is always pushy. Yeah, I mean, they don't care. Nobody cares. Good old glad hand story.
Well, I mean, he did have red to red, blue to blue. So
at least they weren't crossed. That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
well, the farthest I've ever had to drive for that is 15 minutes. But yeah. So that's not too bad.
The trailer rolls, but my truck stops, and then my truck rolls, but my trailer stops. I don't get it. How's that work? But if I hold the brake just right, I can keep her moving.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Guy drives from Phoenix to Denver to plug in a harness. They make $978 when the machine works, and -4. Yes. Yes. 100%. That's it, XFL. That's the way it goes. They're like, oh my God. And I get it. There's some people out there when their machine goes down, let's say it's a concrete guy, a big concrete pourer or something like that, right? Machine goes down. They got 10 guys standing there and concrete trucks sitting. That's a big deal. Okay. I'm not discounting that's a lot of money to be down and a lot of stuff up in the air. But at the same time, don't call me the guy that's going to come out there and save your ass. Don't call me like I broke the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, it's one of those things, right? Like paving and milling and all those concrete guys. Yeah. Yeah. XFL, I was just bringing up but yeah, that, like if you're pushing a pile of dirt, come on now. That pile of dirt ain't going to make a difference if it's pushed with that dozer or that moved to that, I mean, to a certain extent, it doesn't, but it's all relative, right? So
I would love to be the guy who got paid $1,000 to plug in a harness, though.
I would love to do that. Call me up. Every harness I can plug in for $1,000, I'll do it all day long.
Yeah. You'd be surprised how good I plug in that harness. It's worth every penny.
All right, I'm going to hop off here tonight. You guys have a great night, and I'll chat at you later because it's been 2 hours and 10 minutes. And thank you for Kentucky Tech for coming on, as always. I appreciate it. And it will be good. Oh, I'm sure Mike Jones. Oh my God. Have you ever prioritized critical job like that though? Yes, I will. I will do that. There's plenty of times for that. But good night, guys, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again. I appreciate it.
We'll see y'all.